What's up? I'm Ashley, and I'm breaking down the Bridgerton Season 3 Part 2 trailer. And also, do the spoilers we've all heard match up to the trailer? We're going to go over that, so just be aware there will be spoilers. And if you're into that and haven't seen my spoiler videos for episodes 5 through 8, they'll be down in the description and at the end of this video. And with that being said, let's get into it. In the beginning of the trailer, we see Penelope inside of the carriage writing Lady Whistledown. There's a voiceover at the same time talking about her and Colin's engagement. But I don't think this scene in the carriage is when she's writing about her engagement. I think this scene happens later on in the season. We see them both entering the house and announcing to everyone about their engagement. The only one who isn't excited is Eloise. We see that everyone finds out about their engagement. From the Lady Whistledown issue, we see Benedict, Lady Tilly, Marcus, Lady Danbury, and we see Penelope's sisters, Prudence and Philippa, finding out the news, and they over there with the audacity spitting out their tea in what seems to be disbelief, and they think it's funny. And speaking of disbelief, Portia just can't believe it. There is a shot of the Queen while everyone is finding out, but I don't think the Queen is finding out about their engagement at this very moment. And again, I think whatever scene this is with the Queen is happening later on in the season. Or this scene just doesn't have anything to do with it. We see Portia telling Penelope she wants every eye in the town focused on their upcoming nuptials. She wants all the clout, all the attention. Her other two daughters don't even matter. She don't care about them getting pregnant or nothing. It's all about Penelope and what she can get out of this marriage. We see Penelope telling Colin that she's always loved him. She says to him, "There is nothing that makes me happier than being with you." Eloise and Penelope are arguing and having a little back and forth on why Penelope hasn't told Colin that she's Lady Whistledown. Penelope says, "Please don't tell him." Eloise says he will find out. And it's only a matter of time, girl. Tick tock, tick tock. What you waiting for? The right time? Because there's never going to be a right time. They're greeting Kate and Anthony, and they're most likely coming back from their honeymoon. We get a quick shot from Benedict and Anthony is at it again with not minding his business. He don't know how to do that. He don't know what that means. And he says to Colin, "Congratulations, but you must admit it's all rather sudden." Is it? Is it really, Anthony? Is it? Colin reminds him that he's known Penelope for all these years, and even though it may seem sudden to you, it's not. I've known her for a long time. Checkmate. We get a really quick shot of what could be the engagement ring. Then we see Colin and Penelope standing in front of the mirror. But I believe this is not the mirror scene we've been waiting for. I think this moment is just foreshadowing, and we're going to see it happen later, but not at this very moment. But we'll see. Then they're at what seems to be Colin and Penelope's engagement ball, and it looks like it may be at the Bridgerton house. Portia makes a toast, saying, "To the match of the season." Then Eloise makes a toast, saying, "Here is to truly knowing each other completely." And I'm here for the shade. It's the shade for me. And I can't blame her. I would do the same thing. She just wants the best for her brother. She doesn't want her brother to get hurt. She knows how much he hates Lady Whistledown, and she just wants Penelope to be honest with her brother and not starting off the marriage with lies. It looks like Penelope needed a minute to get away from the party. She needed to breathe, get some fresh air, because she's running around the house and it looks like she's having a panic attack because she knows she has to tell Colin soon. We see Colin asking Penelope why does she have all this ink on her hands, and she lies to him and tells him that she was writing letters. Just over there lying. In a different scene, most likely even a different day because the outfits are different, Eloise is telling Penelope, until he knows the real you, he cannot possibly love you. Then in the same scene, but what looks like to be a different setting because they look like they're sitting down now, Penelope tells Eloise, "Colin cannot discover my secret. Whistledown is power." Now, I could be wrong, but I think that was edited. I think they had a conversation about him not knowing her secret, and then a few sentences later, Penelope was explaining to her how Whistledown is power and what it means to her and what it's meant to her all this time. In between all that, It looks like Penelope and Colin could be in some kind of a fight just from the look on Penelope's face and how Colin is sitting on this couch. Legs crossed, tea in hand, deep thought, upset. Then we get back into a completely different shot with Penelope and Eloise. And Eloise is telling her, if it's too difficult for you to reveal the truth, then I will tell him myself. And as these clips with them were happening, we saw a clip of Penelope writing another issue of Lady Whistledown. And again, I could be wrong, but I think this moment is where she was writing the announcement of her and Colin's engagement. Spoiler alert, we see the fake pamphlets that Cressida and her mother made pretending that Cressida was Lady Whistledown. And it looks like we may be seeing Penelope's reaction to all of this, and she's freaking out, and it seems like Colin is seeing her freak out. We get a small peek at Colin and Penelope's fight. Colin is asking her, is she keeping a secret from him? She's telling him that she can take care of herself. Colin wants to know, well, what good am I to you then? And I believe this fight is happening after he finds out that she's Lady Whistledown. We get these really quick shots of Francesca and John and Kate and Anthony, and I think they may be at Colin and Penelope's wedding. And one clue is Penelope is in the background in a white dress. Or off-white, but it does look like it could be a wedding dress. But let me know what y'all think. We see Penelope's stash of Lady Whistledown issues, and we see Portia telling Penelope that ladies do not have dreams and that they only have husbands and that she needs to cater to Colin. We see Penelope throwing the Lady Whistledown pamphlets in the fire. I wonder if they're hers or are they the ones Cressida wrote. In this moment where Penelope is dressed in green, I think they're at the butterfly ball because we do see butterflies in the trailer. And I think this is when Colin tells Penelope he doesn't want to end the engagement. So this scene has to be after he finds out she's Lady Whistledown, and he'll make a speech saying he doesn't want to end the engagement. Now, does the trailer match up with the spoilers? And yeah, some of it does, but we already know they're not going to put everything in the trailer. But as far as some of the things that does match up is the way Colin and Penelope announces their engagement to his family after the carriage scene, and how it was announced to the rest of the town by them reading the Lady Whistledown pamphlets. Also, the scene with Eloise asking Penelope why hasn't she told Colin yet were in the spoilers for episode 5, and I believe that happens right after Colin and Penelope lets the rest of the Bridgertons know about the engagement. And we know from that Eloise tells Penelope that she has until midnight to let Colin know, or else she was going to tell him. And that's why in the trailer we see the clock, because the time was running out for her. But what they don't show us in the trailer is Cressida telling everyone that she's Lady Whistledown before Penelope had the chance to tell Colin. And that's probably one of the reasons why we see Penelope running and hiding in the trailer. The toast Eloise sarcastically made about Colin and Penelope fully knowing each other during their engagement ball was also in the trailer and in one of the spoilers. The conversation between Anthony, Benedict, and Colin was also in one of the spoilers for episode 5 about how Anthony was thinking that Colin and Penelope were moving too fast. The fake Lady Whistledown pamphlets Cressida made also seems to be true. We know that they were handing them out at a party, and it looks like we may be seeing that in the trailer, as well as Penelope's reaction to all of it. The conversation that Portia is having with Penelope about how Penelope has no more dreams and her life just revolves all around her husband now was a spoiler that also seems to be true. From spoilers in the trailer, we know Eloise and Penelope have multiple conversations. And in one of the conversations, Eloise is telling Penelope maybe she should let Cressida take the blame for Lady Whistledown. And from the scene in the trailer where Penelope is telling Eloise Lady Whistledown is power, could be that conversation, or it could be a completely different one altogether. But we do know that Cressida and Eloise are no longer friends, and that's probably why Eloise would want her to go down for that, but we'll just have to see how it plays out. We know at the end of episode 6, Colin finds out about Penelope Penelope being Lady Whistledown. And from the trailer, it looks like they get into a fight immediately after, and it also seems they made up just as fast because Penelope is wearing the same cape Colin caught her in leaving the printer shop. Maybe Colin got turned on by all the arguing and decided to kiss her. In either episode 7 or 8, they will have a butterfly ball, and we see that in the trailer. And during this ball is when Penelope tells Colin that if he wants to get out of this engagement, then go ahead and do what you gotta do. But then Colin makes the announcement that he does not want to end the engagement. I'm just wondering why he had to announce it and make a toast. Maybe everyone knew they were having a little rough patch. I don't know. But people have been speculating whether or not Colin and Penelope will get married this season, and it looks like they do because in the background we can see Penelope wearing what looks to be a wedding dress. We also know from spoilers Lady Tilly, a man named Paul, and Benedict had a threesome, and we see them in the trailer meeting up, and Lady Tilly is on Paul's arm. Now, is Benedict feeling salty? Is he a little jealous? Did he catch feelings for Lady Tilly or maybe even Paul? And was this a one-time thing? Will they do it again? But what was nowhere in the trailer was Michaela, if she even does exist. There's been rumors that in episode 7 and 8, we'll meet Michaela, and she's somehow related to John. And eventually, Michaela and Francesca will supposedly end up a couple. Now, is this true? I don't know. But that's just what they out here saying. And if this is true, of course, they would not put this in the trailer. But for more detailed spoilers, be sure to check out my spoiler videos for episodes 5 through 8, and they'll be at the end of this video and in the description. As for now, I'm over here looking like Eloise in this chair, waiting impatiently for part 2, looking at the TV just like this. And let me know all your thoughts about this trailer and the spoilers down in the comments so we can talk about it. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.